EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with their opponents. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Not something you expect to see from the opening kickoff, that's for sure, and they will start at the 40. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Now a give, right side. It's Newman, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Here's Fields. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Williams. And he needed to get to the midfield stripe, but he can't do it. He's about a yard short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
On 3rd down, you'll give him that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
The Bills send the punter out. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
The numbers for Ridley a week ago. 6 catches, 74 yards, and a touchdown.
This defense is ranked near the bottom of the league again.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
So here come the Bills out for their second drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again. Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Second and 11. Back to throw. Fields. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
They just gave up a sack there. If I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He finds his man, complete. It's Newman. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. And his kick is good. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
This taken in at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He'll look to shake off the interception on the opening drive. He should at least be comforted that it resulted in 3, not 6.
And if I were him, I would be the guy all the way out on the field greeting my defense down, saying thanks a lot. You held them to a field goal after I turned it over. That's a big defensive stand for them. He needs to go out now and make up for what he did on the first drive.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, and this could be a sign of what this defense is in for, because you know all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense. You've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him, or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They run the counter. Burks. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
He'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Get ready, get ready. Well, my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game? That's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. They'll set up a throw. Throwing left side, it's complete.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 38. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands but could not hang on. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's complete to his running back, Evans. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Now a handoff here to his running back. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Red Dragons have taken the lead. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have. You absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Buffalo offense back out ready to go. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Now a first down throw, Fields. He finds his man, complete. That's Newman. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Play action. It's Fields. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Newman. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down to the sand.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago. And another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Fields. He finds his man, complete. It's Newman. So the completion gets him just a yard. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now it's Fields. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Our visitors getting set to take over on offense. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st down, Burks. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Second and 11 now. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. On 3rd down, Burks. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Set for the 2nd quarter, San Diego in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And some room to maneuver. The 20. And all the way in for the touchdown. A great play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Red Dragons are able to stretch out their lead. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? He was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
And the final clocking on the next-gen stats. Look at this, 22.3 miles an hour was his top speed. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Buffalo set to get the football back here. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. To throw again on second down, Fields. And he comes back with one complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. On first down, it's Fields. That is caught. It's Williams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big gain there for the Bills.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Fields. Throw left side complete. That's Murphy. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Newman. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a handoff here to his running back. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football. And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On play action, Fields. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills draw a bit closer. Well, they sucked the defense in with the play fake, went over the top.
And I know from past experience, when offenses do that, a lot of times the defense guys are screaming at them, run the ball, run the ball. The offense doesn't really care. They got 6 points.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14 to 10. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. taken at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
They'll set up to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Evans. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They're going to look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And touchdown! A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Red Dragons are able to extend their lead.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shot along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here comes Felton to bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass, no interceptions for him personally to this point. Second and 12. Fields. Throw left side, completion to Rice. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Okay, I'm not a fan of any routes that just, turn around defensive backs, mainly because I was a defensive back. But the comeback route is so difficult because to sell it, you're selling it like it's a deep route before you come back towards either the line of scrimmage or the sideline. And, boy, that one worked to perfection.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. Pressure comes and down he goes. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Fields, he finds his man, complete. It's Newman. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. He's going to loft it, deep right sideline. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That's taken on the 25. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's been in a pretty good group. They actually have more yards on the ground than through the air, but both have been good, pretty balanced.
And have we ever met a coach when we've talked to him before a game that hasn't mentioned wanting to be balanced?
No, because then you've got both sides hitting the defense. They don't know what to expect, right?
Really helps your play calling, because now you're in a position where you're confident in either aspect of the game. Dial it up and let it go. And so far, that's allowed them to lead.
Absolutely. Have the lead here in the 2nd quarter.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
On 1st down, Burks busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. On 2nd down now, Burks. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Back to throw now on 1st down. Evans has it left side.
7 yards to pick up there.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do, because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
On 3rd down, Burks, and he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
Yeah, baby, yeah!
On 4th down, Sean McDermott trots the field goal unit out there. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead grows to 14 at 24-10. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Our visitors getting set to take over on offense.
And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about...
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction, and that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them, and now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. They'll look to set up his blockers. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now.
2nd and 10. Fields again.
It's Williams on the catch. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Fields now to throw.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. The Bills send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. We'll begin with as good a rivalry as there's been the last decade or so. Baltimore playing host to their AFC North rivals, Pittsburgh. And they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. From there, we head down to sunny Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And it's the visiting Jets who have the lead in that one. Former number 2 pick Zach Wilson with a couple of touchdown passes. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And they trail the visiting Chiefs in that one. Patrick Mahomes killing it. 3 touchdown passes. We'll continue on and take a look at the next-gen stats from the first half. And they've had their way running the football, well over 100 yards already as a team with 2 more quarters to come. Meanwhile, for the Bills, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Taken in at the 3. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
On second down, Burks. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. Burks. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 46. He'll look to throw.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Evans. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the third quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Not much there, only a yard. On 2nd down now, Burks. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Flush to his right. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Red Dragons take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point forthcoming. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So that drive spans 13 plays and a 9-yard run on the end of it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, we got 3. We got 3.
Here's Fields.
Looking for Murphy, and he finds him complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Off play action, Fields.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, Nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
He's airing it out for Williams. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long game or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Fields throwing again.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bills cut into that lead.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham, you have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
Now the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. That time a 6-play drive. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the 3rd quarter.
170 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And to give this time to the tailback. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
And they'll send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And that last drive was so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields.
He finds his man, complete. That's Newman.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They've certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Play action. It's Fields.
Throw left side complete. That's Newman. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep and you catch him close to the spot.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Fields.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics. Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
Let's take it inside his own 40. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Now he steps away, and he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll keep it on the ground. Burks trucks over him. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
183 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. That catch good for only a couple. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 22-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Burks. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8.
2nd and 7.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he bowls over him.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
Buffalo offense back out ready to go. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Fields on 1st down.
Throw right side, complete to Williams. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's out of bounds. Able to take this one up to the 35.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate.
And I think the ball's out. And the defense will get their hands on it. Going the other way.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
So here are visitors to take over on offense. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable 4th quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
They'll run on 1st down. Burks. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
210 yards rushing for him now on the afternoon as he just continues to pummel this defense. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On second down, Burks trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Taken in at the 3. And he returns this to the 22.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, yeah. Good job, fellas.
Yeah, here come the Bills. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Fields. And this is incomplete. The Bills on 3rd down. They're hitting it just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 10.
Now it's Fields.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
That's how we do it.
The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. The Bills send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Our visitors getting set to take over on offense. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Burks. And he'll be close to a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 38. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. And he's got room. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game.
And the Red Dragons extend their lead, and they are about to get to a 9-2 record. Well, it has been the passing game that's really been responsible for much of the scoring so far. But let's not forget about this running attack. They're pretty good, too, as evidenced right there.
And I think, Brandon, the fact that they've thrown the ball so well contributed to that touchdown because that was a defense that was really keyed up to cover those receivers. All they wanted to do was blanket them. They didn't have enough men in the box to stop the run, and you saw the end result.
Point after, right down the middle. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Buffalo set to get the football back here.
Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Now Fields.
Over the middle, complete. It's Newman. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
I know you felt that one.
3rd and 2, Fields.
Got his man complete over the middle.
That's Murphy. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
On first down, it's Fields.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Fields.
Well, this is caught by Williams. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Let's get it. 31's the mic.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And here we go on 4th down, Fields.
He's going to let it fly. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
So here are visitors to take over on offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is.
On 2nd down now, Burks. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for our visitors, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Bills, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead, they fall to 5-7. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time.